Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at episode 10 of AHO-GIRL. I don't know why I keep reviewing this show, and that's not a bad thing. I don't mean that in a bad way in case you are seeing my review for the first time. I mean that in a good way. Because every week so far, it's been 10 weeks now, I have continued to love every single episode of this show. Even, like, for example, this week's episode, probably the only time I was like, it was okay, was when we had the delinquent girl ear piercing herself with one of those, like, I forget what they actually call the devices, but I know they used to pierce your own ears. And, you know, Yoshika is, like, basically trying to get her to do it and even helping her at one point. That was funny. It was weaker than most of the stuff, but it was hilarious in its own right. And then the motorcycle sequence, which had, you know, Yoshika on the dog running at full speed, beating a motorcycle. That was awesome, and I loved how they did it in like a very manga-esque format. It was so funny, like, to see that. But the star of the show, I think, was the last two parts. The part where we had the dolls in the playground with Yoshika and the playground kids, and the mom, Yoshika's mom. Those both were amazing. I didn't think the doll part would be funny. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be weird. It was hilarious. It legit was hilarious. I was crying, laughing. I just couldn't breathe at one point. It was so stupid. Like, this whole show, I think if people don't like it and the comedy aspect of it, a lot of people think because it's too stupid, that's the reason why, you know, AHO-GIRL isn't that great. And I completely, listen, if you guys don't like it, don't worry. I'm not going to belittle you or say anything that's wrong. Like, oh, it's like, well, how can you not like this, etc. I won't do that. Even if I say, like, oh, dude, how can you not like it? I'll do that in more of a kind of just funny manner, not to actually be like sincere and make it sound like, you know, you don't have taste, because I understand AHO-GIRL is a stupid show. It's got stupid comedy, the characters are almost brain dead levels, but it works because I think it knows that that's what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for the most silliest and randomest things they can do. And shows like this work. Like, for example, Nichijou. I'm watching that currently for Patreon, which I will have a review out for that. Probably at the end of the month I'll have one out, hopefully. I'm on episode, I think, 4 right now at the moment. But that show is ridiculous. It's so random. It's so dumb and brain dead sometimes, but it's funny because the stuff works. It's comedic in that sense. And that's what I love about AHO-GIRL. That's why I'm like, you know, I understand if someone doesn't like it or tells me, oh, they're not a big fan of it, but I'm like, it's so great, though. You really have to just turn your brain off when you're watching it. And I know that sounds kind of weird, or maybe it's even hard to do, but just in your mind, just don't focus on anything the negative. Don't focus on, like, oh, maybe the animation's not that great, etc. It's a funny show. It really is. And I know comedy's subjective, obviously, but if you can see past the hilarious nature of this, the ridiculous nature, I should say, of this, you'll love it. Trust me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review. I do have 2 other reviews today. I have Welcome to Another World, my smartphone. I have to get that review. I think that's episode 9. And I also have to do Sue Children episode 9. Actually, episode 10 for that one. I will have that review out probably right after this one because I have watched all the shows so far for this day. And I'm just going to pump them out a lot review-wise. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day. If I don't see you in my next review, God bless you all. If you did like my reviews, you know what to do. Bye-bye, everyone.